Going on, man? Salute to everybody, man. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Oh man. Fresh off that Chrome 23 cancel Christmas card. Whoo. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Long night for me, man. I was tired, bro. Like, I pretty much I was knocked out probably like second round of Jazz and Big K. So when I woke up, I had to pretty much finish where I left off at. So I started the second round again, just to like make sure I didn't miss anything. And then, you know what I'm saying, finished it with the third round. But overall, let me just say this, big salute to Remy Ma for pretty much completing her objective. I mean, she still has the Couture, a coffee battle to make up for 2024. So that's still a big, big card. I mean, a big, big matchup for a card, coming up. That'd be dope if she could probably put that on the Chrome 23 tournament card, really bring some exposure to that. Or, just save it for another concept. I feel like that's definitely a battle that needs to happen in 2024. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I mean? We had 4 battles on the card. I mean, the pay-per-view seemingly, it ran pretty well. Shout out to Vodafly and Showtime SP. You know what I'm saying? They did a really, really phenomenal job as far as doing the commentary, keeping the flow going, before the battles actually took place. Even in between the battles, when one battle was over, they would go to, a trailer for Easy to Block Captain's Trenches card. Then they would go to Vada. Remy would jump on the live, or the person that just got off the stage battling would jump on, not the live, but would jump on, the commentary with them. So I thought the cohesiveness and the pace of the pay-per-view went really, really well. We wasn't really just sitting there for long periods of time waiting for the next matchup to happen. You know what I mean? So shout out to them for doing a really, really good job with that. Definitely some upsets, bro. Definitely some upsets, man. I'm not gonna hold you, man. Like, I had to tweet E Hart and apologize. I had to apologize and put some respect on her name. For me, when I don't see you outside that much, and for me, I wasn't really that tapped into female battle rap. I'm talking back in the day when Queen of the Ring was like flourishing heavy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get into like female battle rap when they started like getting into the URL stage, like when Jazz, you know what I'm saying, battle E Hart on URL. You know what I'm saying? When Hustle and Jazz battle. Like, I didn't really start tapping in until those battles started coming to URL. That's when I went to Queen of the Ring and I'm like, oh shit, you got Official over here. You know what I'm saying? You got Shuni over here. Like, I started coming across all these talented battlers. So now you fast forward now and shit, it's like you look at the past 2 years, it looked like E Hart was kind of losing steam, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I never would have thought she would have lost to Cheddar in that tournament like that, bro. Like, I never would have thought that. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like she kind of got robbed in a sense, but still, I never would have thought she would have lost. And then you go to the battle she had with Dawn Lady. I thought that battle was very lackluster. That was like the first time I seen E Hart really like have a bad stumble. So going to this battle, well, QB, I'm like, okay, QB really just been on a tangent the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever since she had the 40 battle, excuse me, she went through what she went through with that, learned from the mistakes from that battle. She really was just going up. Like, arguably, QB really has not lost probably since the 40 and the A-War battle, in my personal opinion. I don't think she's lost a battle. You know what I'm saying? So I really like going into that battle, seeing what she did with RX, seeing what she just did with Clips on the Roof. I'm like, yo, QB got this, bro. Like, she's more active outside. This should be a layup. But I also said too, a lot of things to take in consideration is like the venue. What is the space like? Is it pit? Is it like small room setting? Is it big where you can get a lot of people spread out in the room? And you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a stage, or there is a stage. I feel like that shit really plays a part, especially for people that have pins and not high vocal projection. I feel like QB has high vocal projection, performance. I feel like she does have a pin. Not maybe not as intricate as maybe an E Heart or like a 40, you know what I'm saying? But I feel she does have a pen. And I feel like with this situation right here, this was really like this whole setup was like a pit style. You know what I'm saying? This was a pit style type of battle. You know what I'm saying? Like you could really hear the material from each opponent. So there really wasn't room for, my personal opinion, for like props and antics and shit like that. Like if you were gonna do something like that, you had to do it like real quick and get right back into your material. And I feel like with E Hart, like she really stuck to the script. She was punching, she was talking all 3 rounds. All 3 rounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? It even got to a point in the first round with QB, like E Hart set the tone so crazy, it got cringy. Like QB just looked a little flustered. You know what I mean? She was getting a little agitated with somebody on E Hart's side. I mean, it was a dude rolling a blunt or some shit. He kept saying some slick shit. QB was like, yo, you keep talking, I'm gonna get you removed. Like, you know what I mean? And you got the boss, you know, everybody behind E Hart. And they wasn't like doing much, you know what I'm saying? That like they wasn't like over cheering or nothing like that. No, they were giving the love that it was warranted. Like E Hart was cooking, bro. She was cooking. She was cooking, man. Like I definitely gave that battle to her, man. All 3. I'm definitely gonna next week, you know, a little bit later, I'm gonna spin the block and I'm gonna really do like, I want to get not a bar for bar breakdown, but I just want to get a little bit more intricate as far as what the fuck I was hearing, because it was just so much, bro. It was just so much. You know, I definitely want to give, shout out to QB. She definitely had a fire moment in the second round where she had the YO scheme. I really liked that. I thought that was fire. And then E Hart, she had the Conway scheme. That was fucking crazy, bro. Shout out to them. I feel like they had battle of the night. I ain't gonna hold you. And I feel like E Hart had performance of the night. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was really one-sided, I do feel like we were on the edge of our seats because we were expecting QB to kind of fight back, especially after that first round. And then the second round, it's like, damn, you down 2-zip. Like, come on. Like, we need a haymaker, QB. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to QB and E Hart, man. I'm gonna go straight to Big K and I'm gonna spin the black on everything else. I already did recaps of that on the channel. Now, Big K versus Jazz the Rapper. Now, this is my personal opinion. Did the battle live up to the hype? I say yes and no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I say yes because in totality, it's like Big K never really battled a female like that before. You know what I'm saying? And Jazz is probably fatigued on some real shit because she done battled like every goddamn top tier this year. Rum Nitty, Geechee Gotti, Charlie Clips. Like after like a certain moment, you start kind of like your material. Oh, New Jersey Twerk. New Jersey Twerk. Like your material will start to like kind of get watered down because there's only so much that you can use. And a lot of these guys are kind of similar as far as style wise. So it's like, I was very curious to see like, all right, how is she going to approach Big K where it's going to be fresh, it's going to be creative, and it's not going to be something that we already heard. Then you go to somebody like Big K, it's like he's up for a tough uphill battle because what have we not heard about Jazz? Everything has been said about Jazz. Geechee done said everything. Clips done said everything. Twerk done said everything. Nitty done said everything. It's like, what? Like, what else is there to say? So it's really boiling down to who can pretty much construct their material in the most efficient, creative way. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, this is just first watch. Like I said, I fell asleep, you know what I mean, during the second or like mid-second round, went back, finished the second and third. Like I ain't even really like get intricate with the writing or anything. I'm just going off memory and just of how I feel. Now, for me personally, I feel like even though I feel like Jazz had a lot of gun bars in that first round, and I had a conversation with somebody is like about believability in rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand, we're in an entertainment sport, the gun bars and shit. I do like a lot of authenticity in the material. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a reputation where you just overly talking about gun bars, you don't have the shoot 'em up, bang bang appeal. I don't know. I start scratching my head. You could throw maybe one or two gun bars in there because everybody could be licensed to carry. You know what I'm saying? Not even correlated with that, but you know, we all come from, you know what I'm saying, like from the hood, you know what I'm saying? And then elevated at some point, you know, to a higher status. But I don't know, like the gun bars, Jazz, you gotta kind of chill with the gun bars, yo, respectfully. My personal opinion. I feel like you do it a little bit too much and it starts to come off not believable. Especially when you're going up against somebody that's really, really about that life. And you like, I don't know, like growing up and then watching you in the culture, like you never really struck me as somebody that's like a Miss Hustle, like gangster, you know what I'm saying? Really gonna pull the tool out like a shoonie. I don't know. I don't get that from her. So when I hear her like have all these gun bar like references, like straight off the bat, and it's not really that creative. I mean, the shit was creative. Don't get it fucked up. Like the way she was putting this shit together was fire. But for me, it's just like to know how creative and dope Jazz Pen is. I'm just like, yo, I was just expecting a little more, in my personal opinion. Now I go to Big K. Big K, I felt like his first was like his lightest round of the whole battle. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like maybe he was just getting off the jitters and shit. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had a couple hot, I think he had one or two like fire lines in that first round. But I do feel like he didn't really like put his foot to the pedal in that first round. And so for me, it's like because he wasn't that aggressive like how he was in the second and third, I kind of give Jazz that first round on first watch. You know what I'm saying? Second round, um, this is when I was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to go. Then I went back and watched it again. I'm like, these, like Jazz, you know what I'm saying, pulls out the props, the roll paper props, you know what I mean, like she did in the twerk battle. This time the concept was really based upon the self-hate for Big K. You know what I'm saying? Like she had a whole list of motherfuckers that he blocked. Yo, Jazz had your mother, your father, Jesus. Like the shit was funny. Like when you look at the list, like this shit was hilarious, bro. Then I started seeing bloggers on there. I see Tati on there. I see Lo on there. I see who else I see? I see a couple days with them. I'm like, oh shit. Like, so I mean, like, that was dope. But it's like, okay, you already did that in the twerk battle. So please don't overstretch it. I feel like she kind of like, oh, it was kind of a little bit too long. It's like, all right, we're gonna pull out the list. You see this? I'm gonna throw a couple bars and throw that shit to the side and get back to talking to this nigga soul. You know what I mean? It was like, and then she had a couple stumbles. You know what I'm saying? That was shocking to me. Like I've never, ever, ever seen Jazz stumble or have a slip up in a battle. So that was a huge, huge indication like, whoa, yeah, this shit might be a long night. You know what I'm saying? Then Big K goes, I feel like Big K really like stepped his foot on the gas. Like he was like, oh, I see a chink in her armor. And he starts, in my opinion, just going full, like just going crazy on her. You know what I'm saying? He had like a slight little, I don't know if it was maybe the first, like he had a little slight like hiccup. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was just like, you know, when you like over talking one of your words per se. I think it was like something around that nature. He had like something like that in a second, but it wasn't as bad as like Jazz. With Jazz shit was like a pause, like you know, she knows she fucked up, but she got back into her place. Like it wasn't like a choke or nothing like that. It was just like a bad stumble, you know. So I had Big K definitely taking that second round. It really was like, it really like after going back to it, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just like, yeah, Big K really got the second round. Yeah, he got the second. And then you go to the third round, in my personal opinion, I felt like the third was Jazz's lightest round, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like she definitely had moments throughout that third with her material. But just for me personally, I felt like Big K wrote up. And that's one thing I will say throughout this whole entire battle, where Jazz didn't really like write up with her material. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I felt like the not like getting through the material clean and having those little like hiccups. I don't know if it really kind of took away from her. It didn't really take away from her confidence because she really had confidence throughout the whole battle. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I really like I really like what I saw from Big K, in my personal opinion, and just from a listening standpoint. Like I really like Phil. He wrote up from that first to the second to the third. You know, That's why I really want to go back and really watch and listen again and really write down more of the bars. 'Cause I only wrote a couple joints down, like, and this was just off, you know what I'm saying, like from last night to me watching from the second round to the third again. But Jazz had like you a narcissist. Like she had the way she said that. I can't remember what particular round that was, but that was fire. And then she had a bar. Yo. Yeah, that's why I gotta watch this shit again, bro. I gotta watch this shit again so I can like pace, you know what I mean? Like all these bars and shit together. She had a bar. It was a math bar. And Sirius Jones was in the building. And the way the camera angle is, like, you can see Sirius Jones right here, Big K right here, and Jazz right here. Bro, Jazz says, do the math. I'm just punching because I'm hungry. And the nigga Sirius Jones is sitting right there, yo. Yo, that shit was funny as hell. That shit was funny as hell, bro. I was like, yo. Yo, that shit was funny, bro. That shit was funny, son. Jazz, I mean, like I said, Jazz had moments throughout the battle, man. That's why I really want to watch this shit again, man. Like, it definitely deserves a rewatch, excuse me. You know what I mean? I like when I think Big K had this joint in the first round when he was like, they went and got me out the blue room cause y'all left Remy in the red. Like, he was talking. Like, they came and got me out the blue room because y'all left Remy in the red. That stood out. That was like, wow. And that hit even harder because he's battling a female on Chrome, a platform that was originally started just for female battle rap. And they pretty much fumbled the bag till she had to pretty much go recruit guys to come in and kind of clean the shit up. You know what I'm saying? And then then he went, this kind of correlate. That's why I really like, I need to go back, bro, because it kind of correlated to like a scheme that Big K was having. You know, just basically a man got to come and save the day, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like when shit get broke, when shit get broke, a man got to come fix it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna treat you like a boy because you built like one. Like saying, getting on Jazz body. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably maybe the old Jazz, the new Jazz. She definitely look good, Big K. You kind of out of pocket for that. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. But yeah, man. Like for me, like I need to watch this again. I feel like it is debatable. It's not very clear. Right now, I got Big K taking the second and third. I feel like that first round got to be rewatched again. I feel like that can also be debated. And then I feel like maybe that second round could get debated too as well. But if you just watching on first watch, for me, I got Big K 2-1. I do feel like no matter what, I feel like Jazz just didn't clearly win this battle. And I feel like this will definitely play a part in her with the Wody discussion. I don't feel like, after seeing this performance, I don't feel like Jazz is Wody. I don't feel like she's Wody. You know what I'm saying? With having so many debatable battles with the big names, I feel like she would have been better off battling a female to end the year out. And I feel like that could have like balanced. It's like, yo, well, she battled like a Coffee Brown and I don't even want to say Misfit, because people keep throwing man, fuck out of here. Misfit not even bad. She don't deserve it, bro. She did battle like somebody like Coffee, somebody like a First Lady Flames, somebody like a Couture. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's gonna be a level up or like an even playing field. You know what I'm saying? Like she would have did something like that and had a crazy performance. I feel like it could have like neutralized a lot of the debatable battles that she had with New Jersey Twerk, Rum Nitty, Charlie Clips, Geechee Gotti, and things of that nature. But shout out to Jazz. You still had a fucking phenomenal year as far as being very competitive, battling the big names. I feel like going to 2024, you're gonna learn a lot from the 2023, from the battles, the joke, not joking, but smiling during your rounds and taking what works and what doesn't work. You know what I mean? So shout out to Jazz, shout out to Big K. I feel like Big K definitely, I feel like he did not lose his status as far as in champion of the year, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you got him, I feel like you can't say Big K convincingly just lost this battle. No. Now, it could be close. You know what I mean? It could be debated, edge, but he did not clearly lose. I will say that. Jazz didn't clearly win, and Big K did not clearly lose. So it favors Big K. And I feel like you have that counts more of a positive for him going into the Wody conversation. That's just my personal opinion, you know. But yeah, man, big shout out, you know, to Remy Ma. Like I said, the C3, I already did recaps on those with the C3 and Charlie Clips battle. Clips does what he does, you know, have, you know, two, 3 performances that's like lackluster, and then he'll come in there and just go fucking crazy. And that's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? The freestyles, the rebuttals, you know what I'm saying? C3 and the boss, her girl boss, talking during this nigga rounds, more ammo. You know what I'm saying? He freestyling about them using dildos with no blood in it. It was kind of cringy. It was a pause, like pause, Charlie, pause, like yeah, like what the fuck? I think about that shit was pause, bro. But well, yeah, that battle there, man. I feel like I feel like I got that one right. I just felt like C3 lyrically is just not enough, bro. She just don't do enough. She just doesn't. You know what I mean? Like certain battlers, I feel like she can overpower and overshadow them, but her going to somebody that's really witty, really bar heavy, that's not gonna be a really great like uphill battle for her, just in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to, you know, C3, her winning the tournament, having a great year. She got a Charlie, she got a great Charlie Clips, because this was a great Charlie Clips, even though he had, you know, couple, you know, moments, not small moments of like playing around, but he was serious. He meant like, yo, I'm coming here and I'm gonna show niggas. He had the third round when he was going at the bloggers. That was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get no strays. You know what I mean? Y'all, that nigga don't probably know my ass, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't get no strays. You know what I mean? So I got to work a little harder. You know what I mean? Until I get a couple shots in a couple of these. But yeah, I had Clips winning that. What else? Shice Raw and Taz. I did that joint. They set the tone. I didn't feel like that battle wasn't a good. That wasn't a good battle to set the tone of the night. Personally, I do like Shice Raw's third round, but overall, her as a battler, she still got a lot of work. I think Shice, you really got to work on you got delivery. You got to work on like, I don't want to say the pace, but you got to just work on being very clean throughout your material consistently, you know, and you definitely got to work on your breath control too. Like, you know what I mean? Respectfully, I say respectfully, you know what I mean? Lose a little bit of weight so you can get your, like, we need to, same shit to Rex. Gotta lose some weight, man. You got to get your breath control together so you be able to move around in the stage, because you got the vocal projection, you know what I'm saying? You go bark on a bitch, like, but you start losing your breath and shit, and then it's like, hey, and work on memorizing material. Taz, I feel like Taz had a really good first and second round. She definitely was speeding through her material a lot. She got to slow the fuck down. You got to slow down. You got to really let us hear intricately how you're coming off with this material. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was just jitters or nerves. You want to just get the shit out so you didn't choke or nothing. But even during the battle, when people were like talking and, you know, shit was going on, you were able to jump right back into your material. So I think, you know, memorizing, I think you got that down pat. You just got to work on your delivery, you know what I'm saying, and slow down, you know what I mean, and just work on just like, you could have moments where you could speed through, but you got to kind of like even it out so we can digest and hear everything that's being said. But I had Taz winning that first and second. But overall, man, 1 through 10, if I had to grade the card, I'm probably going to give it like a 6, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it a 6. All the battles, you know, that was supposed to happen tonight, they happened. Everything ran in a orderly fashion. She said she was going to start late. The main event was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was cool. E-Hart and QB, that was a shocker for me, personally. We got a good Charlie Clips. I will say Chrome 23 got a good Charlie. That was a good Charlie Clips. You know what I'm saying? She got her money's worth with that shit. You know, and you know, Remy, you know what I'm saying? She did what she could do. You know what I'm saying? With the time restraints, the venue change, and things of that nature. You got to just give it up for her for completing the objective. You know what I mean? Like, I will say just hopefully, yo, 2024, Remy, you could just do a lot better as far as the transparency and the communication with your followers, man. Like, please give us more time to book hotels and book flights and, you know, when you drop these cars, like try to give us like a venue so we can maybe plan a vacation around that times, or like at least a location or something. Like, you know, this, I'm not really feeling this just dropping a card and not putting the location or where it's being held, not the venue, and then the venue changes. It's not good for the battlers neither. You know what I'm saying? Because they could be writing for a certain type of room and then get there and it's a small setting or it's a big setting. A lot of that shit matters, especially when you're crafting your material. You know, if you're in a small room setting, you probably really want to rap more. You know, whether you got a big crowd, you got to kind of play the crowd and work the stage. You know, so I feel like that's what happened with QB. I think maybe QB was kind of expecting more of a big setting per se, but even with a big stage, that material wasn't gonna do nothing with E Heart. E Heart was just on, in my personal opinion. But 1 through 10, like I said, I'm giving it like a 6. I give it a 6. But shout out to Rim, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get the VOD, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure these battles going to drop pretty quickly, you know, with Christmas coming around the corner and things of that nature. I won't be surprised if Remy be petty and drop a battle, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow night, or drop a battle tonight type shit. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm all for it if you do it, Rem. Drop a battle tonight and drop motherfucking Big K versus Jazz fucking tomorrow. Drop that shit tomorrow. If you really want to make a statement on these niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. But shout out to everybody, man, following me, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna spin the block a little bit later. We got Queen of the Ring going down tonight. Coffee versus 40 bars. That's what I'm looking forward to tonight, respectfully. Shout out to everything else on the card. The only matchup I'm looking forward to is Coffee versus, I'm about to say Coffee versus Shuni. 40 versus Coffee, okay? Let me know what y'all think about this card. Let me know how was y'all predictions and how did they fall out. You know what I'm saying? How did everything pan out after the battle took place? You know what I'm saying? With the card. Let me know how y'all graded the Cancel Christmas card in the comments section. Follow your boy on all social media platforms. Oh, remember the podcast. The podcast is always drops every Monday on all streaming platforms. Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart. I'm on all that, okay? And the video of that particular episode drops every Saturday. So I got episode 13 about to drop actually today. The video, yes, on the YouTube. So make sure y'all watch that and stay tuned. I'm gonna spin the block a little later. All right, much love to y'all. Peace.